Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the March 14th issue of the Tucson Mortgage Weekly. Thanks for tuning in. Locally, great, phenomenal weekend, 80-plus weather. Nice to see that the U of A Wildcat men's basketball team is in the NCAA tournament. Interestingly enough, we'll be playing against Memphis, which is coached by an ex-U of A player. So, just read that in the paper this morning, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. Okay, what's going on? First of all, last week, and probably on a personal note, the most tragic event was the earthquake and then the tsunami in Japan. I read this morning in the paper that they're expecting something up to about 10,000 people have been killed, and just looking at the pictures is unbelievable. So it's hard to talk about business in the same vein as that incident, but it clearly is affecting what's going on in the markets today. For example, we would normally expect that there'd be a flight to safety as people bought bonds, and that would bring rates down. We are getting a bit of that, but ultimately Japan ended up selling a lot of its U.S. holdings in order to come up with some cash to help its own people internally. So that's certainly an interesting twist on what's going on in the market. You've also all read about what's going on in Saudi Arabia, them firing upon protesters. And this weekend, again, there are more reports that Gaddafi's loyalists have pushed back a lot of the rebels, and so that fight goes on, and who knows how that's going to end up. Last week, what happened? Gold hit forever highs, $1,440-something an ounce in response to fears of inflation, and oil is still over $100 a barrel, or it came down a little bit based on what was going down in Japan. Ultimately, it's still very expensive, and that's obviously the wild card in what's going on. This week, what's happening? Okay, well, first of all, on Tuesday, the Federal Open Market Committee is having their meeting, and they're going to release their minutes. It's what they say is much more important than anything. So certainly, the eyes of and ears of traders are going to be listening to that. Second of all, on Wednesday, the Producer Price Index and Housing Index come out, so that's going to be key. And then Thursday, CPI and the Philly Index, which is a measure of manufacturing and what's going on there. So big reports coming out this week on top of everything we already are aware of. So again, eyes and ears will be open. Bond market's probably going to respond more, particularly with what's happening in stocks. What I will tell you is that we are still enjoying incredibly low rates, but it is not going to last. And everybody calls and asks, what do I think is going to happen? Okay, I think rates are going to go up. This is clearly an opportunity to lock and take advantage. One other thing to be aware of too is that you know that Obama administration, the program that will help homeowners refinance at lower rates, that program also goes away in June. So that's coming down the wire. And don't forget that right around the corner, there's going to be a fight for the federal spending limit. It's going to hit that $4.1 trillion, and who knows what's going to happen with the government. So take what you got, run like heck. Anyway, hug your kids and kiss your spouse, and have a great week. And don't forget to tune in to the blog site, TucsonMortgageBlog.com. I'm Todd Abelson. Make it a great week. Bye-bye.